I want to start with something simple. Pull up your bank account right now, not your checking account from a year ago. Today, scroll through the last 30 days of transactions. I will wait. Because I did this a few months back, and I noticed something I did not expect. It was not one big charge that bothered me. It was a collection of small ones. $7 here, $13 there, $49 that I genuinely forgot about. All of them showing up quietly, month after month, without a single reminder, without a single email saying, "Hey, we just charged you again." That is the thing about subscriptions. They are designed to hide in plain sight. You signed up once, you clicked a button, maybe you got a free trial, and then life moved on, and the charge kept coming, and your brain filed it under, "I will deal with that later." But later never comes, and the money keeps leaving. I looked at my own list, and I had services I had not used in 4 months. A membership I forgot I even had, an app renewal I thought I canceled, and a plan that quietly upgraded itself when a promotional price expired. Today, we are going over 10 subscriptions that are very likely draining your account right now. And I want to be clear, this is not about canceling everything. Some of these are worth keeping, but you should know what you are paying, what you are actually using, and whether the price you are paying today is the same price you agreed to when you first signed up. Item number 7 on this list is the one I hear about most from viewers. A lot of people do not realize this charge even has a name. Keep watching. And if you are new here, subscribe to Better Deal Daily. We do this every week. No panic, no drama, just practical things you can check before your money disappears quietly. Let us get into it. The tricky part about subscriptions is that the problem is not usually one bad decision. It is 10 decent decisions that piled up over 3 years and never got reviewed. Most of these are things you recognize. Most of them you probably still use, at least a little. But using something occasionally is not the same as it being worth the monthly price. So, let us go through them one by one. Item number 1. Streaming services you stacked and forgot. This one almost everyone has. You signed up for one streaming service. Then another one had a show you wanted to watch. Then a free trial turned into a third subscription. And now, somewhere in your bank statement, there are 2 or 3 or 4 monthly streaming charges, and you are probably only actively watching one of them. The average American household with streaming subscriptions pays for more services than they watch in any given month. That is not a made-up stat. That is just the math of how these platforms are sold to us. One at a time, one show at a time, until you have a full cable bill rebuilt in app form. I am not saying cancel all of them. Some people rotate, which actually makes sense. You watch one platform for 2 months, cancel, then come back when a new season drops. That is a smart approach. But if you have 3 or 4 services running at the same time, do a quick count of how many you opened in the last 30 days. Check your monthly total. If 2 services together cost more than $20 and you have not opened one of them in a while, that is worth a second look. The price per platform has also been increasing. What used to cost $8 a month is now $14 or $15, and in many cases, the cheaper ad-free tier is gone. Compare what you actually watch versus what you're paying for every month. The cheaper option may be enough. Item number 2, cloud storage plans. You upgraded and never revisited. This one hides in a different spot than most. Phone companies, tech companies, and app developers all offer cloud storage. And for a while, the free tier was enough. But one day you got a notification that your storage was almost full, and you upgraded to the paid plan to make a notification go away. And that was that. The charge has been there ever since. For a lot of people, that charge is $2 to $3 a month, which sounds like nothing. But if you are paying it on 2 devices through 2 different services, for storage you may have duplicated without realizing, that is $5 or $6 a month on digital space you may not have needed in the first place. Some people have paid storage on their phone's cloud service and a separate paid plan on a different platform that they never connected. They are backing up photos twice to 2 different places and paying twice. Check what you are actually storing. Check whether you have more than one active paid storage plan. And check whether moving files around or cleaning up your library could bring you back down to a free tier. This is the kind of charge people skip over because $2 a month does not feel real. But $2 a month is $24 a year. And most people have been paying it for 2 or 3 years without a second thought. Check your storage settings before the next bill comes. Item number 3, delivery memberships. that lost their value. When these came out, they made sense for a lot of people. Pay a flat monthly or annual fee. Get free delivery on your orders. If you order often enough, you break even quickly and come out ahead. That was the pitch. And for a while, the math worked. But a few things have shifted. The minimum order amounts to qualify for free delivery went up on some platforms. Service fees and small order fees were added that apply even to members. And for grocery delivery specifically, the item prices themselves can be higher than what you would pay in the store, even after you account for the delivery fee savings. I started noticing this on my own receipts. I had a delivery membership, and I felt like I was saving on delivery. But when I compared the price of the same items on the app versus buying them at the store myself, the gap was bigger than I expected. In some cases, the delivery savings were offset by higher per-item prices. This does not mean delivery memberships are never worth it. If you genuinely use them several times a month and the prices on the platform are competitive and you actually check the math, they can still make sense. But if you are using your delivery membership once or twice a month and paying $10 to $15 for it, you may want to compare the actual cost of what you're getting. Run the numbers before the next renewal. The membership may not be saving as much as it feels like it is. Item number 4, app subscriptions. You downloaded. Once this category is broader than most people realize, think about the apps on your phone that you downloaded to solve one specific problem. A fitness tracker, a meditation app, a language learning app, a scanner app, a recipe organizer, a photo editor. Some of these apps offer a free version and a premium version, and at some point, maybe during a free trial, maybe because you wanted to try a specific feature, you signed up for the premium tier. And then life happened, and you moved on, and the app is still sitting on your phone, and the charge is still coming every month. Mobile app subscriptions are some of the most commonly forgotten charges in any household. They are often small amounts, $2, $4, $7, and they do not always show up with a clear label on your bank statement. Sometimes it just says the name of the app marketplace. The easiest way to check this is to go into your phone's subscription settings. On most phones, there is a section that shows you every active app subscription you are currently paying for, listed in one place. Most people have not looked at this in over a year. When you open it, go through each one and ask yourself, did I use this in the last month? Do I actually need the paid version? Could I get the same result from a free alternative? You may find 2 or 3 charges you completely forgot about. Cancel the ones you do not use. Check your phone's subscription manager today. Item number 5. Gym and fitness memberships on autopilot. This one hits a little differently because it comes with guilt. You signed up for a gym membership with genuinely good intentions. You went regularly for a while, and then something changed. A schedule shift, a busy season, life getting in the way, and you stopped going as often, and then you stopped going at all. But the membership is still there, quietly charging every month. Gym memberships are specifically designed to be easy to sign up for and harder to cancel. Some require you to cancel in person or send a written notice. Some have cancellation fees. Some lock you into a minimum term. These are not accidents. They are part of the business model. I used to think I would go back, and sometimes people do. But if you have not been to your gym in 60 days, ask yourself honestly, what is this costing me per visit? If the answer is infinity because the visits are 0, it might be time to take action. There are cheaper options worth knowing about. Month-to-month gym plans exist. Fitness apps are significantly cheaper than a full membership. Some people drop the gym entirely and use free workout resources, local parks, or community centers. Before your next billing date, decide whether you are actually going back or whether you are paying for good intentions you will never act on. Call and ask about your cancellation options. Some gyms will pause your membership rather than cancel it, which can be a good short-term option if you genuinely plan to return. Item number 6. Premium versions of free tools. This one is easy to miss because the upgrade felt so reasonable at the time. There is a category of apps and tools where the free version does most of what you need, but the company offers a premium tier with extra features. At some point, maybe during a busy project, maybe because a feature caught your eye, you upgraded. And now you are paying every month for a premium version of something that has a perfectly good free version. This happens a lot with productivity tools, document editors, note-taking apps, PDF readers, design tools, and email managers. The free versions of many of these tools are genuinely capable, but once you upgrade, you often stop thinking about whether the extra features are earning their keep. When I started reviewing subscriptions in my own accounts, I found a premium version of a note-taking app I had been paying for over a year. I used it almost every day, but only the features that were available in the free version. I had never once used the premium features I was paying for. Log into the service and look at what features come with your paid tier versus the free tier. Then ask yourself how many of those premium features you have actually used in the last 90 days. If the answer is none, the free version is likely enough. Downgrade and keep the money. You can always upgrade again if you actually need a feature later. Item number 7, annual subscriptions. That auto-renewed. This is the one I hear about most from viewers, and a lot of people do not realize it is happening until they see the charge. Annual subscriptions are different from monthly ones in a specific way. Because they only charge once a year, they fall completely off your mental radar. You sign up in March, you get charged the following March, and unless you are actively checking your account on that date, you may not notice the renewal for days or weeks. By then, most services consider the renewal period closed. Many platforms have a short window, sometimes 48 to 72 hours, where you can cancel and get a refund. If you miss that window, you are locked into another year, whether you used it or not. This is not illegal. It is in the terms you agreed to when you signed up, but it is a setup that catches a lot of people off guard. Common examples include software tools, news and magazine subscriptions, professional memberships, creative tool suites, and antivirus or security apps. Most of them send a renewal notice by email, but if that email goes to a folder you do not check, you miss it. The fix is simple, but you have to do it. Set a calendar reminder 1 week before any annual subscription renews. That gives you time to decide whether you want to keep it before the charge hits. Even better, go through your email right now and search the phrase, "Your subscription renews." You will likely find a list of annual charges coming up that you forgot about entirely. Check before the charge hits. That is the only way to stay in control of this one. Item number 8, bundled services with features you never use. Some of the most expensive subscriptions are the ones that come packaged as a deal. A bundle sounds like savings. You pay one price and you get 3 or 4 services together: internet, TV, and phone, or a streaming plan with a music service included, or a membership that includes free delivery, a reading subscription, and a streaming service all in one. The problem is that bundles are built to include things you would not buy separately, and because the price is bundled, you never really calculate what each piece is worth to you individually. I know people paying for a triple bundle from their cable and internet provider who have not turned on the television service in 2 years. They are paying for a television package every month as part of their bundle, and it has zero value to them. But cutting it out of the bundle would mean renegotiating their plan or switching providers, which feels like effort. So they keep paying. This is exactly what the bundle is designed to do. Call your provider and ask what you would pay for only the services you actually use. You may find that a smaller plan, even from the same company, is meaningfully cheaper. Or you may find that switching providers and getting only what you need is the better move. Do not assume the bundle is saving you money just because it was sold as a deal. Compare the cost of only what you use before the next billing cycle. Item number 9, free trials. That converted without warning. This one is almost a trap by design. You signed up for a free trial. 7 days, 14 days, 30 days. It was free, so you thought, why not? Maybe you used it for a week. Maybe you barely touched it. And at some point, the trial ended and it converted to a paid subscription, and either you forgot to cancel or the cancellation process was complicated enough that you put it off. The thing about free trials is that companies count on a percentage of people forgetting to cancel. It is built into the business model. The easier it is to sign up and the harder it is to cancel, the more trial conversions they get. Some services require you to enter payment information up front, and the conversion happens automatically on the final day of the trial. This is perfectly legal, but it is worth knowing that this is how these trials work because it changes how you should approach them. If you sign up for a free trial, cancel it the same day. You will still have access for the full trial period, but you will not be charged if you forget. This sounds backwards, but it is the safest approach. If you think you may have an active subscription that came from a forgotten free trial, check your bank statement for small charges from companies you do not immediately recognize. Sometimes the charge name is slightly different from the product name you remember signing up for. Sign up with intention. Cancel immediately. Use the trial. Resubscribe if it is worth it. That is the cleaner approach. Item number 10. Subscriptions that quietly raise their price. This is the one that feels the most frustrating because you did not make a new decision. The price just changed. Subscriptions raise their prices. Most of them do it at least once a year, and they are usually required to notify you. But the notification is often buried in an email with a subject line that says something like an update to your plan or changes to your subscription. If you do not read those emails closely, you may not realize your $8 a month service is now $11, or your $12 plan is now $17. It feels like the same subscription because nothing else changed. The app looks the same. The features are the same. Only the price is different. Over time, if you have 5 or 6 subscriptions that all raise their price by a few dollars, your total monthly subscription spending may have grown by $20 or $30 a year without you ever making a single new decision. I started keeping a simple list of what I pay for every subscription and what I expect to be charged. Nothing fancy, just the service name and the monthly amount. When a charge comes in, I compare it to what I have written down. If it does not match, I investigate. This takes about 10 minutes to set up, and it catches price increases before they become habits. Go through your current subscriptions and compare what you are paying now to what you originally signed up for. For anything that increased, decide whether the new price is still worth it to you. If not, that is the moment to cancel or find a cheaper alternative. You should be choosing to pay the higher price, not just accepting it because it showed up quietly. So here is the pattern behind everything we covered today. Subscriptions are not designed to feel expensive. They are designed to feel like nothing. Small monthly amounts, automatic renewals, annual charges, free trials that convert, bundles that hide individual costs, and price increases buried in emails. Each one of these by itself is easy to justify, but 10 of them together, several of which you barely use, at prices that have increased since you signed up, that adds up to real money. The people who stay on top of this are not doing anything complicated. They are just doing one thing most people avoid. They are actually looking. They check the bill. They check the renewal date. They compare the price per month against how often they actually use the service. And they make the decision to keep paying or stop paying on purpose, not by accident. Most people notice these charges eventually, but eventually usually means months later, after the money is already gone. The one thing I want you to do today, not this week, today, is open your bank or credit card statement and look at every charge that repeats. Circle the ones you could not immediately explain. Then spend 15 minutes deciding whether each one is worth keeping. That is it. That is the whole move. If this video helped you, please subscribe to Better Deal Daily. We cover this kind of thing every week. Grocery prices, hidden fees, subscriptions, phone bills, car upsells, and all the other ways money quietly disappears. Hit the like button if you found something in your own bank statement while watching this. And I want to hear from you in the comments. What is one subscription, fee, or recurring charge you recently looked at and thought, wait, am I still paying for this? Drop it below. You might help someone else notice the same thing. Next time on Better Deal Daily, we are going through something that a lot of people pay for every single month without realizing there is a much cheaper option sitting right in front of them. You will want to check that one before your next bill date. Thank you for watching. Be smart out there.